for sure I couldn't, pass the Christmas day without, sharing my views on commercialism. A lot of people, particularly us parents out there, complain about Christmas just breeding a lot of debt. We spend a lot for the kids. They get wrapped up from an early age. I even remember myself as a child. Hell, I still love Christmas because of the gifting. But, you got some people now, when they start becoming more conscious of things, when they start becoming more aware of what's going on in their matrix, they can become a bit, extreme on the other side, wanting to throw out the baby with the bathwater, as I've said before, and wanting to disown everything and anything of their past and of their heritage and what other people get up to in society as people who want to function and be happy. And so they will, disregard all the giftings. They will disregard all their kids' wishes for toys, not bearing in mind that their kids may go to school with other kids who are celebrating and who talk about being gifted things around this time. So I do really feel the need to just, make people aware that by disowning Christmas because you are somehow owing it to another side, you are putting your kids in jeopardy of happiness. And yourselves too, actually, because you love Christmas, you do, for all of you out there who like to shun it. And when it comes to commercialism, let's be real. We all know it's there, we all know it's real. You got to even look at the other events in the year that have been coming from the US, like Black Friday and all of that. For any of you out there who are into spookism, Black Friday isn't spooky as you may think it is. Black in Black Friday simply refers to the banking system. You know how in banking systems, red is negative, black is positive. And so the idea, Black Friday, comes from the fact that a lot would be sold on that day from the business and they would earn a lot. So they would be going into the black from the red. That's all it is, really. You can look on the deeper layers and start finding the spookism if you will. But for me, that is a plausible enough answer to that question. And with Christmas, you got to bear such in mind too. You got to enjoy the fruits of your matrix. Yes, it is set up in a way that you may not prefer. Yes, there are things that we follow that you don't want to follow. But at the end of the day, when you're an alchemist, you use everything to your advantage. You see the glass as half full rather than half empty. And so you will utilize any event such as Black Friday or any sales or Christmas time even, just because you can and you will. And you got to look at Santa's outfit. What color is it? Yeah, it's red. Now, wherever you are in the world, you will find different colors to Santa's outfit. You've seen the green, you've seen the rainbow, and you've seen the red. Red is attributed mostly to Coca-Cola because of its colors. And obviously, when you think of Santa Claus, you probably think of Coca-Cola and vice versa, right? Because of all the commercialism in that. They are smart, but you're smart too. And it's not that they're evil, but they're taking advantage of a situation. So if people are getting together at one time of the year, at the end of the year, at the climax really, when everything has passed and they're now laying, chilling, mingling. As a businessman, whatever business you have, you're going to utilize that, aren't you? Doesn't mean you're a bad person, it just means you're using your wits. And the people on the other side, the consumers, have to use their wits too. Because no fool is going to allow themselves to be, sorry, that person's mad. No person is going to allow themselves to get into debt when they have worked hard the whole year and they spend all their hard-earned money, all their graft in a matter of days or weeks. And then in January, February, they're struggling. That's somebody who is subject to the matrix and doesn't know what they're doing. So I could understand that person wanting to disown everything. But in them disowning, they'll still be unknowing. So they will not be benefiting from anything and enjoying the fruits of the matrix, right? But you, on the other hand, who knows and does better, knows very well that red represents the root chakra. It's not that red or Coca-Cola is evil. They are simply utilizing knowledge they have on colors. You hear this all the time from psychologists and on television about the fact that when it comes to marketing, there is a strategy, as you would expect. You, as a person, have a strategy when you're functioning in relationships, be it with your parents, be it at work, with your children. So you cannot blame anyone for having a strategy. And this is what people need to understand as alchemists. No one is bad. You only make people bad if you allow yourself to be used and abused. So if you know what you're doing, you can all enjoy the fruits of what you're here to do, right? So they utilize the color red. The color red resonates with the root chakra, which is the physical, material, your maintenance, your finances. So if you are marketing something, i.e. Santa Claus, if you're using your mind and your knowledge, you are going to be marketing that with the color red everywhere. And it will subconsciously, or consciously for some, affect people's opinions on something and just their attraction. It attracts. There are a lot of, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. You know, love spells and all those things, that stuff is real. And I know some of it too. But that's for another conversation anyway. So they know what they're doing in regards to colours. If I'm a benevolent man and I'm marketing such a thing as Santa Claus, or an idea of, you know, some sort of good man who gifts children at night time when they're sleeping before Christmas, I would market him in green, which resonates with the heart chakra. And obviously you would know why I would want to do that. But for the others today, pardon me, they market Christmas mostly in red, particularly when it comes to Santa Claus. If you're Coca-Cola selling drinks, I went and got myself a crate of Coca-Cola this morning. I love Coca-Cola and I know what they're doing. But because I know what they're doing, I'm not bitter. I don't resent them. I enjoy them as they enjoy my custom. So it's a mutual, you know, benefit. There is a mutual benefit there in my relationship with Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola are very smart, as the other entities in the world of business are, because they are aware of metaphysics. So they will utilize their metaphysics in the physics. But if you don't know all of that stuff, of course it would look like they are mugging you off. Or if somebody tells you what I'm telling you without any insight, if they're telling you like being biased, like, you know, extremists, then you are still going to be unknowing, but you will be unknowing to the other side. So you will now disown it. Oh, they're evil. They do this Illuminati and all this blood sacrifices and this and that. And I'm not dismissing any of that, by the way. I'm just saying I don't get hooked on all that spookism because I don't know. I simply like to look at it from the detached view. That is, you have people who are aware of knowledge and use that knowledge, hence they have power. And this is what I'm trying to teach myself and others too, because I am aware of this. So when it comes to commercialism and Christmas, just know that you're going to be seeing a lot of red, and there's a reason for that. It's because they want you to resonate with your root chakra, so they're trying to attract you to the material. They've been doing it to us since we were kids. But as an adult, if you know that, you can tame yourself and your desires. I'm not saying be ascetic, but don't be a fool. Don't be debt-ridden. Look after yourself and the others around you by thinking about today and also preparing for tomorrow, so you can gift people a lot. Yes, but imagine being a zombie, someone who's not aware of the fact that you need to have a balanced chakra system. Because I will tell you something. If Coca-Cola were selling their product, but they weren't just thinking about the money, they weren't just thinking about profits, they would mix it up with other colors. We don't even need to regard the white here. When it comes to Coca-Cola, we need to just think about the red. They'll put other colors. But what happens is that when you focus on one color, when you focus on one chakra, be it your root, be it your heart, be it your third eye, be it your throat, if you're focusing on one particular one and not focusing on all of them as a unified balanced system, then you're going to be imbalanced. So what happens now is that around Christmas time, people start getting anxiety, people start panicking, they start buying things that they cannot afford because they are imbalanced. And because they are being attracted by the color red, which resonates with their sacral chakra, their root chakra, they're all out. They don't even think about tomorrow. And then tomorrow they're sad because reality hits them. So I'm just saying, don't fall for that trick. You know what's going on. you know how it all works. But at the same time, it doesn't mean you cannot enjoy what this world offers. Of course you can, even more so when you're aware, because you're now an alchemist, so you're doing things with an insightful mind, not a zombie. So enjoy the commercialism of this time and utilize it. Enjoy the sales after. Peace. Enjoy it.